When God's people around the world are trapped, pressured, and attacked, what responsibility do you and I have to stop and take notice?
There's a gap of information for the body of Christ. We need to let them know that the church in Sudan has been suffering a lot, and the suffering has increased after this conflict in 2023. Most of the Christians who are still there in the conflict zone areas are now ended up eating the leaves of trees, breakfast, lunch, dinner, dying on a daily basis by random bullets, and imagine among them their children. Jesus said that we are the ambassadors of Christ. When the persecution comes and the children of God has been scattered, who can lead people to have that reconciliation with God? People who have a heart for Sudan, we want to tell them that we receive their prayer and their attention, but we still need more prayer allocated to Sudan.
Across sub-Saharan Africa, there's a crisis that is mounting. A wave of violence is engulfing God's people, and it is squeezing the life out of them. In Sudan, where Ibrahim is from, Christians are being killed. In East Africa, where I am right now, Christians are being targeted by extremists. In Central Africa, Christians are being targeted by radicals. In West Africa, militants are chasing Christians from their homes. But the African church is resilient, and they are appealing to us to wake up and pay attention.
The same God who made a way when his children were in wilderness is the same God who this time he will not use angels, but he will use brothers and sisters individually and collectively from the global body of Christ.
In the book of Hebrews, the writer tells us to care for our hurting brothers and sisters. Remember those who are mistreated. It goes on to say that we should care for those as if we felt the pain in our own bodies. But in a massive crisis like what's going on in Africa, how are we to do that?
There's no way for excuse, because Jesus said that if you love your brother, you love me.
The truth is, you and I can't do enough on our own, but God can. And he's given us an incredibly powerful way to stand with our brothers and sisters in Africa and around the world, joining with them in prayer.
We want prayer that God can teach us as Sudanese people. We are not forgotten by God. God is still in control, and we need to receive the encouragement from the above.
According to Open Doors' 2025 World Watch List, there are more than 380 million Christians who face high levels of persecution and discrimination for their faith. But we can't forget them.
The importance of the prayer is that the same God who were yesterday, today, and forever is the same God who intervened. And we have to receive that encouragement that the help is coming from above. My prayer for Sudan is, may God wake up the church and may the peace in heaven reign.
Will you stand with persecuted Christians in prayer? A great way to do that is to download the 2025 World Watch List. Let the stories you read there drive your prayers this year. We can't allow our brothers and sisters to feel forgotten in Sudan, in sub-Saharan Africa, or anywhere in the world where they are persecuted. Please remember God's people, hear their stories, and let their testimonies drive you to action.